Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. We're back here today with another Street Fighter 6 guide for you. And today we're talking about the very big time importance of whiff punishing in Street Fighter 6. Now, the concept of whiff punishing, you'll find it in just about every fighting game. However, Street Fighter 6, especially compared to Street Fighter 5, is much more designed with whiff punishing in mind. So that said, in this video, I'm going to run you through the basics of it and also give you some more advanced concepts. But first, let's just start with, well, a basic example. When you're playing Street Fighter and you're doing the usual back and forth, you're trying to hit the enemy doing whatever moves, generally, you have go-to moves, right? Like for Lily, if you're doing the back and forth, you're probably prioritizing a move like stand medium punch instead of a move like stand light kick, because that move ain't going to connect, right? The longer range move, the better. Same with, say, Menno. She has a bunch of pretty decent options here, like stand medium kick, stand heavy kick, stand heavy punch especially is very key for her because it gives her a lot of big rewards because of the vacuum effect. So it's not only what you want to do, but what the enemy wants to do. And in this scenario here, let's say we know Menno is going to be going for that stand heavy punch. So when we're doing the usual back and forth, I'm looking for it. Oh, you did it? Boom. Hit you, right? I will try to stay just outside of the effective range of the move, as that's part of making it whiff, right? And as soon as I see you go for it, I'm going to hit my appropriate button and smack you. Now that said here, let's turn on our pal, the frame meter. So for whiff punishing, not only do you need range, because, you got to be able to connect with the enemy, right? But you also need a relative amount of speed. If a move's exceptionally slow, like say this, you're probably not whiff punishing much. Generally speaking, moves like 7 to 12 frames is about the sweet spot to be able to catch the recovery of a move. Now let's flip the script here. We're switching characters. So for Lily, she's still going to be using that stand medium punch because it's a really dominant poke for her, right? And for Menno, stand heavy punch is a really good poke for her as well, but more to attack with rather than try to react back with. And if we try to react back to Lily with our poke, you'll find it's not gonna go as well. Because Lily, her Hurtbox retracts quicker, right? So it's actually very safe for the most part, so we need to use a different move. So for Menno, her core attack move is not necessarily the core counter attack move, versus Lily, stand medium punch is sort of a catch-all. So now what we're looking for in Menno is a move that will move us forward, but has to be even faster yet to catch Lily's whiff. So now we have stand medium punch, which is 7 frames, versus the 10 framer here. And those 3 frames can mean all the difference in the world. As now, it'll let us catch. It also advances forward, which helps a lot, right? And in the situations where stand heavy punch won't necessarily serve us well as a counter poke, stand medium punch will. So just one button isn't always going to be catch-all. For Lily, yes, stand medium punch is a catch-all, right? But for a lot of the cast, you're going to have to assess which buttons are great to pressure with and which buttons are great to counter attack with as far as whiff punishing goes. Another very core concept of whiff punishing is the concept not just of like, okay, I hit them when they whiff the move, right? Is I'm specifically kind of going into the meta layer here a little bit, but I'm attacking their Hurtbox, the part of them that's left behind to hit. So for Ryu, back heavy punch, I think it's fair to say, it doesn't look like it has a lot of range, right? But very fast startup and is actually an incredible whiff punish button. So we'll use another scenario here of Cammy using her very dominant stand medium kick as a poke, and we're going to try to make it whiff and then punish it. So you can see right there, even though it's a move that normally wouldn't connect, the fast startup basically catches the tip of her toes. And luckily for us, a move like this is also special cancelable, so if we get that whiff punish, we can say just go right into a fireball or a shoryuken. So your whiff punish game can be more than just counter poking the poke. You can get some decent reward out of it. Let's go to a more exaggerated example. So Zangief versus Dalsum, a match for the ages, right? And more specifically, Zangief versus Dalsum stand medium kick, because he does not like that button. Thankfully, Zangief has a button in this game here. So down forward heavy kick is a command normal, it's a drop kick. And it very specifically goes over attacks that are lower angled, like say, the medium kick from Dalsum, right? So if we can make a hard call out, we can use our move that normally would be dead weight in the middle of the screen, right? Because Zangief's not going to be anywhere close, right? But against Dalsum specifically, if we know he's going to abuse the button that Zangief hates so much, we can make the hard call and get him for it. And there you go, right? So it's not something you want to do all the time, but as a hard call out when you know it's going to happen, and when you don't really have anything else to do, a lot of characters have moves that are maybe not useful just in and of itself, right? But have specific properties like Zangief going over lows that will work in situations you might not otherwise think. And while we have Dalsum out here, keep in mind, Whiff Punishing works at all ranges, right? So even the Mighty Stand Heavy Punch, if you're on the ball, you can Whiff Punish and get that move, right? So always be on the lookout. The Whiff Punish can happen anywhere on the screen. Now, another great aspect of Whiff Punishing in Street Fighter 6 specifically is thanks to the handy-dandy drive system. So drive system lets you do things like drive rush, and we can incorporate that into our Whiff Punishes. So in this scenario here, we got Honda, and Stand Medium Punch is pretty good at Whiff Punishing. It's a fairly fast startup for what it is, a lot of active frames, is special cancelable, so if you catch a Whiff Punish, you can go like a 100-hand slap or something like that, but why settle for just 100-hand slap? Since the move is special cancelable, that means it is also drive rush cancelable, and we can get, well, quite a bit more damage off a Whiff Punish. Alright, and I think you'll agree this is a fair bit more damage than just medium punch and 100-hand slap, right? So you can get just much more advanced combos by just drive canceling. Yes, there's a cost associated with it, but keep this in mind. If you whiff the Whiff Punish, right? If it doesn't connect, all you do is just button and forward, right? So if nothing connects, nothing comes out. Only if you manage to connect will that drive rush come out, and therefore it is effectively guaranteed, right? Because otherwise they would like dash forward and block her, which is, I guess it'll say it'll never happen, right? But it is most likely not going to happen, so feel free just to hit forward when you are buffering in that move. And if it connects, you'll get the drive rush automatically, and you can go into whatever combo from there. It's a very powerful technique for sure, because you get a lot more damage than you otherwise normally would. And now let's talk another incredibly important aspect of Whiff Punishing, and that is the shimmy. So the shimmy is a very simple concept, really. It's just you threaten the enemy with a throw, and they anticipate the throw is coming, so they'll attempt to throw back and tech the throw and get you off of them, right? Easy enough. But then you're not in range, there is no throw happening, and when they try to tech that throw, they just whiff into the air and you bop them in the head for it, right? So let's run you through a scenario really quick here. So as Jury, I'm just gonna do like whatever combo, and as you're waking up, I'm gonna try to throw you, right? So now as Ken, I'm gonna expect that, and so now when you knock me down, I'm gonna attempt to, tech the throw, right? But now, I know you're going to try to tech the throw, so what I'm going to do is just, well, let you do it. Alright, I'm going in the throw. Nah, no I'm not, right? And I just walk out, and Ken attempting to tech the throw. There's no throw to tech, so he just whiffs the button. And then we can whiff punish that throw tech, and that is, in essence, the shimmy. And then all of a sudden, hey, you're going to be losing a lot of life, right? Just because I walk out of your throw range, you whip the throw, and I get a free combo. And of course, Street Fighter 6 being Street Fighter 6, many moves have a tailored punish counter mechanic, so you can whiff punish with that move and get an even more damaging combo in the end. It's super, super basic. It works anywhere on screen. Anytime they think they're in for a throw, they're going to be matching that throw tech, just walk out of range or jump out of range too. In Street Fighter 6 specifically, throws have more recovery than they normally ever have in Street Fighter history. So just jumping to avoid the throw and landing on top of their head is just as equally valid. But it is as simple as a concept of that. Threaten the throw, don't be there when they try to throw tech, and then punish their whiffed throw. This is doubly important for characters that have throw loops, as they can just kind of keep throwing you over and over and over again. So people are going to be really inclined to want to just mash throw to get out of the throw loop. And that makes the ability to punish just much more common, and then you really want to make that count. And then, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of life. Obviously, this is a more optimal example, right? But still, this is something that could theoretically happen. You could lose 70% of your life just for getting shimmied whiffing your throw tech, right? It's a very powerful technique, and all it is very simple. Just instill the fear of a throw in your enemy, and then you're good to go from there. So that is the basics of Whiff Punishing. Yes, it absolutely sometimes is as simple as you watch them hit the move, they don't connect, you bop them with your own button, and you go from there. And sometimes you can get special moves, sometimes, you know, with additional frame advantage, you can get whole big bloody combos that'll end their life. So it can be just a quick little counter poke. It could be a potentially game over scenario, right? You know, Ken would not feel good about missing that roundhouse kick if that connected after the fact, right? But that is a very real possibility in this game. So know your character, know what your buttons are capable of. I highly suggest hitting the lab yourself just to check it all out. But the Whiff Punish is one of the main concepts you will find in Street Fighter 6, and you need to use it and abuse it in all of its levels. From basic, I poke your poke, to shimmies, to the more advanced stuff that we've shown. So keep it in mind. I hope it helps you out. That said, we're now at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.